Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. I want to start out by welcoming you to Vlogmas. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos that I've been putting out for you guys. And I need to also say I need to apologize for any sounds you may hear, any cats, rats, dogs, and all that. As usual, they usually, got to start moving around making noise, but maybe we'll get lucky this time. Samson's here taking a little siesta on my lap, so I'm sure at some point he'll make some kind of noise or do something goofy. So today's video, which you saw the title of if you clicked on it, was my Christmas wish list, and it's also a gift ideas list for 2019. And there's a little twist to it. I also threw in that it's a kind of a spoony bonus because if you know somebody who is chronically ill, they may find some enjoyment in some of these items as well. And I'll be sure to mention what is a spoony item versus just a normal everyday item. I do have my tablet here with me, and I did take down some notes. So I hope you guys can bear with me as I try to kind of run through them. As usual, I get brain fog, especially when I get ready to film, so hopefully this turns out okay and is enjoyable. I'm going to be trying to plug images of what I'm talking about on the screen here, hopefully. So if all goes well and my editing skills are what I think they are and the timing is what I think it is, I should be able to edit in the images of what I'm talking about so you guys can see kind of firsthand. I think with that, we should go ahead and get started. Okay, so first up, I have service dog gear. Now, I know that's pretty open-ended, but items I'm talking about are like vest, a Y-front harness, service dog patches. There's a decal I want for the window of our vehicles in case if we were ever to get in an accident, or should somebody come across me like incapacitated, they would know that my dog is a service dog and not to separate him from me, and kind of tip them off that there's a medical condition that they should be aware of. Those are all part of my spoony side. The other reason why I want service dog gear, when dogs aren't required to be marked, but it does make your life a lot easier generally if they are marked. And currently I've been having to use the same gear on both dogs, and they're both two completely different builds, and I have to extend it to the max on one side and kind of put it on snugly on one dog, and then when I shrink it back down, then the slider, it's just getting too worn out from going back and forth, so it's starting not to shrink back down where I need it to be for my other dog. And so I would like to get something special for Samson, for himself. And then also for the situation of where I'm currently in is I left my vest at my parents' house and they live a few hours away. And so I was unable to use that vest for the last 2 weeks because I left it there. So with that being said, it would make my life a little easier if I would have had multiple vests on hand. Next up is a stacking pill organizer. That's a spoony edition. I have a normal pill organizer, but I really like the one that you'll see here. And I saw it in another fibromyalgia vlogger's video about a year ago, and it's been on my wish list ever since then, and I just haven't spent the money on it because I'm like, well, you have a pill organizer that works okay, but I could have one that works better and would allow me to divvy out my meds for the correct amount of times a day rather than having you know, 3 pill keepers to keep track of my pills for the day. The next thing I would like to have is, or to get, is a rechargeable heating pad. Again, I saw this on a fibromyalgia vlogger's video, and I thought that that would just be fantastic. I love my heating pad as it is, and I love like my rice bag, but the rice bag eventually runs out, and the heating pad isn't really compatible with the car, at least not the one that I have. But the one here would be, so I would really like to get that for Christmas. I'm always cold and I have a lot of aches and pains, so I use a heating pad a lot. The next thing on my list is socks, because I'm an adult, damn it. And that's simply it. I just want socks. I love socks, especially boot socks, but I mean even the no-show socks. Like, I need socks. I want socks. If they're comfy and cozy, that's even better. Gift cards. So gift cards, I know, are a thing that a lot of people hate to give because they feel like they feel like it's not thought out enough. But I'm one of those people that I would rather get the gift card and get what I want than have somebody buy me something that I'm never going to use and I'm going to end up either giving away a few years down the road, or it just sits around and never gets used and it is just a waste. So I personally would rather get gift cards. I like places like Sephora, Walmart. Oh, hard. Okay. Amazon. Donating money to me, like giving me money, for either a specific item or whatever. But like, I would rather somebody say, I will give you X amount of money towards this specific item, and, you know, go with me to get the item, or just, you know, get the item or whatever it be, than have like something that's just gonna sit around and go to waste. Ooh, another one. Now we're kind of move into the hobbies, a little away from like the medical and into the hobbies type stuff. I would like a drawing prompts book like the one here. Casey Golden did it in her series, and she's still working on it, but she's slowing down. And I think it would be a really fun challenge for myself to work through, especially since art is really becoming a very strong passion of mine. And I am really just enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm wanting to challenge myself more and to get better at my art. A breast collar for horseback riding. And I put that in there because I know that some people won't be familiar with what a breast collar is, but basically it goes, it's a part, excuse me, it's a piece of tack for horseback riding. And I would like to get a second one because currently I only have one, so I either have to leave it on one saddle or I have to swap it back and forth if I want to use it on my second saddle that I ride in. And when I have somebody that rides with me, it would be handy if I could have a breast collar on both of them, in case we decide that we want to go, say, have a little fun day and do some trail riding where we might hit some hills, or maybe we're doing gymkhana and running barrels or something of that sort. It'd be handy to have two available so that my tack set is just complete. Ooh, with the art thing, I would love more alcohol markers with brush tips. Copic markers, Master's Touch markers, Ohuhu markers, pretty much anything I'm willing to try. If it's an alcohol marker, I just want more of them. I want to play around with them more, and I'm kind of excited. Hopefully come January, I will be getting back into some more of the traditional art and try to have a good balance between my traditional and my digital. I would also like a light box for my traditional art so that when I do a sketch in my sketchbook, if I really like it, I can pop a nice little light box under it and transfer that sketch to my finalized paper, because I do use a separate type of paper, and I don't want to have 101 erase marks, because I do tend to do a lot of editing still with my art, and you'll see that in my digital videos, which I'll go ahead and put in the cards up above here somewhere. You can check those out, and you'll see that I do a lot of like erasing and like line work back and forth, because I'm just not confident yet in my my art skills as a whole. Also with my hobbies is fishing gear. Pretty much any fishing gear that I can get, I am excited to try out. I've really got into fishing this year with my husband, and we are hoping to do some fishing challenge videos come spring, and maybe even do some just regular fishing videos if you guys want to see something like that. I don't know yet what we'll be doing, but for us, that is something that we enjoy as a family. Our son loves to fish. We love to fish. My parents love to fish. Like, you get it. Okay. Oh, also, I would like to get a life vest in my size for myself, because currently what I do is I borrow life vest when I go out on other people's like watercraft, or, you know, like their boats, their kayaks, whatever. I borrow somebody else's life vest, and I would really like to get my very own life vest that I can take with me, that's always sized into me and ready to go, so that I can go have a good time right away without having to worry about somebody digging through and trying to find something that fits me, and also something that, you know, that they're not using. Turns out, like, people, it's either one way or the other. They either have tons of life vests that don't fit me, or they have just enough life vests for themselves, and those ones would fit me, but again, they only have enough for themselves, so we end up taking turns. And so I would just like to get one of my own, and then with that, I'd like to get David one of his own as well. That way he doesn't have, I mean, because he's running into the same problem as I run into. So that's the other thing. Okay, the next one is called Polygel, and it's basically an acrylic gel hybrid, and that, of course, now is not probably the time to be, I'll kind of show you. Oh, oops, I was trying to hide that one. I'll try to put in like a picture or something, but I'll also be putting up the picture of the Polygel. But I've been working with it for about a month now, and I find that it's pretty beginner friendly, and it allows me to do my own nails without the expensive cost of going to a normal salon. Plus, I'm not exposing myself to the chemicals that are bad for my lungs anyways, because they're compromised. But it allows me to protect myself from those chemical smells, as well as protecting my dog from those smells. There is a little bit of a smell with the not necessarily Polygel, but with the slip solution and with the like primer and stuff like that, but it's very minimal, and even my husband says like it's like nothing. It's even better than using nail polish for him. So that sounded weird. When I paint my nails, that is a stronger odor than when I do Polygel, in his opinion. And I agree too. So, anyways, I've been working with it. It also allows me to just feel more put together, and I can kind of put forth that image that I am put together more than I really am. And, yeah, it's kind of like a little mini self-esteem booster, and I think some of you guys will understand that. Let's see. Okay, and now for the final part of this video, because I know this is getting a bit long, my expensive wish list. So these are the items that I've decided to put on the expensive list, even though there's other items on that other list that were on the higher end of things as well. But these are like the really pricey items. So number one is I would like a new chair for my office / YouTube space. Currently, I am using my husband's old chair. Last year, his family got him a new chair for Christmas, and so I took his hand-me-down chair, I shoved a car seat liner over it, and it kind of does its own thing, and it's not great, but I work with it, and it's a chair, so, you know. But I would like my own chair, especially the chair that you see here. I just think that it looks super comfy and the reviews are pretty good. It reminds me of Bailey J's chair, and she's an art YouTuber here that I watch, and yeah, I just think that it would be a comfy chair, and that's why I want it. Number two, studio lighting. Now, the studio lighting that I found is actually not that badly priced, as you're seeing here, but it is kind of my, yeah, right, you're not gonna get that purchase type of thing, because I know that to purchase something that's specifically for improving the quality of my videos for YouTube is kind of hard for people to put their money behind, because they don't know if I'm actually going to use it, and if this is just like a little hobby or if this is something more. And I definitely view this as more than a hobby. Of course it is a hobby because I enjoy it, and it's something that I do that is of my free time. It is not making me any money at this point in time. I'm hoping soon. I'm gonna keep working towards that goal, and I mean, guys, I'm working at it. I am planning, when I wake up and I can't sleep, I am getting up and I am being productive with my day, and I'm getting started on planning. I am writing out notes on things I need to get done, things I need to check on, things I need to edit, or whatever. So I know it's hard for people to put their money behind something that they don't know, like, how important it really is to you. So that's why it's on this list. Number three is an iPad Pro case with a keyboard. I initially thought that I didn't need it and thought I wouldn't use it, but now seeing how productive I am being by using my tablet, I realized that I could be twice as productive if I had a keyboard for half of the stuff that I did. So there's that. Number four is a kayak to go along with the life vest. See? Number five is a heated jacket with a battery pack. And I know that sounds crazy, but they are real, they exist, they are here. And for one, it would allow me to be able to participate in events that I'm unable to participate in normally because of like the weather being too cold for me with my cold urticaria. And then there's also, it would be helpful for horseback riding, and especially when the weather starts getting cold, I end up having to put away my horse riding like season early when other people are still riding, because I can't handle the temperature outside, and a normal winter jacket just doesn't keep me warm enough. And number six, the final one, guys, is a professional grade TENS unit. And if you don't know what a TENS unit is, it is amazing, and it basically is these little pads here that you see that you stick onto your muscles, and you turn it up and it sends a little electrical currents through your muscles, which allow them to relax. And it is such a wonderful pain relief device. I have a little cheap one and it's kind of meh. It does a little bit, but I've used a higher grade one when I was going to the chiropractor, and they would use it as one of my therapies, and also for the physical therapist, they used it on me, and it had just wonderful benefits for me. I highly recommend trying it out if you ever get a chance. So there you have it. That is my wish list for 2019, or my gift ideas list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do want to go ahead and say that in the end, I could care less if I get any of these gifts, because in the end, all that matters to me is spending the time with my family and getting to share this time with you guys as well. So I just want to put that out there. This is just a little fun video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow for the next Vlogmas video. Be sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, that you subscribe if you haven't already, and that you ring the bell icon and change your settings to all so that you never miss a beat, and that you check us out on Instagram at servicedog_stone or at Poem Vlogs. See you guys next time. Bye!